Have you ever wondered if there's life beyond Earth? What if there's a planet out there with the right conditions to support life, just waiting to be discovered? NASA's Pandora mission is about to take us one step closer to answering that question. By exploring the atmospheres of distant exoplanets, Pandora will give us the tools to understand these alien worlds like never before. Could one of these planets be the next Earth? Join me as we dive into Pandora's exciting mission and uncover what it could mean for the future of space exploration. The Pandora Mission. Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered if there are planets out there just like Earth? Imagine a mission dedicated to exploring these distant worlds and uncovering their secrets. Well, get ready, because NASA's Pandora mission is set to do just that and more. But what exactly is Pandora? Let's dive into it. The Pandora mission, launching in late 2025, is a groundbreaking project by NASA that will focus on studying exoplanets, those distant planets orbiting stars outside our solar system. Now here's the exciting part. Pandora isn't just about discovering new planets, it's about studying their atmospheres to see what they're made of and if they could support life. This is a huge leap in space exploration, as understanding alien atmospheres is a key step in the search for habitable worlds. Pandora will be equipped with state-of-the-art technology to observe these planets in ways we've never been able to before. For instance, it will continuously monitor exoplanets as they transit in front of their stars, allowing Pandora to analyze their atmospheric composition. This means that for the first time, we'll get to peer into the alien skies of distant planets, uncovering what makes them tick, and potentially identifying the ones that could harbor life. The Pandora mission is set to open doors to a whole new era in space exploration, where we can finally start answering one of humanity's most profound questions. Are we alone in the universe? Mission objectives. Now you might be wondering, what exactly will Pandora be doing out there in space? Well, Pandora isn't just a mission to look at distant stars, it's a mission with a mission. NASA's goal for Pandora is ambitious yet exciting: to study the atmospheres of at least 20 exoplanets, monitoring them for over a year. How does it plan to do that? By observing them multiple times, tracking their atmospheric changes as they orbit their host stars. The key to Pandora's success is its ability to observe these exoplanets during their transits, which is when they pass in front of their stars. This is a golden opportunity for Pandora to take continuous readings over a 24-hour period. By capturing light from the stars and analyzing how it interacts with the exoplanet's atmosphere, Pandora will be able to detect the chemical composition of these atmospheres, essentially reading the air on alien planets. What makes this mission even more fascinating is its ability to do all of this on a large scale. Pandora's goal is to observe at least 20 different exoplanets, making this one of the most detailed studies of alien worlds to date. By capturing data from multiple planets, scientists will not only gain a deeper understanding of individual atmospheres, but also compare them across a range of environments. Is it possible that some of these planets could sustain life? Pandora's findings will bring us one step closer to understanding whether we are alone in the universe. Scientific significance. You might be asking, why does Pandora matter so much? Well, the scientific significance of this mission goes far beyond just exploring distant planets. Pandora's work will give us the tools to answer some of the most pressing questions about exoplanets and their potential to support life. Imagine being able to peer into the very atmosphere of an alien world, uncovering its chemical makeup and finding out if it has the building blocks necessary for life. That's what Pandora is aiming to achieve, and it could change everything we know about life beyond Earth. One of the key challenges when studying exoplanets is distinguishing between signals from the star and those from the planet itself. Pandora will tackle this head-on. By focusing on transiting exoplanets, it will monitor them as they pass in front of their stars, allowing scientists to study the planet's atmosphere without interference from the star's light. This ability to separate the two signals is crucial for getting accurate, detailed data about what these planets are really like. This precise data could eventually help scientists determine which exoplanets might be capable of supporting life, based on factors like the presence of water, oxygen, or other life-essential elements in their atmospheres. What Pandora will also help us understand is the diversity of exoplanetary atmospheres. By observing a range of different exoplanets, each with unique characteristics, scientists will be able to compare and contrast these atmospheres. Are they thick with clouds like Venus, or thin and airy like Mars? Or maybe, just maybe, some of them share similarities with Earth's atmosphere. Pandora's findings will provide crucial insights into the many different environments that exist on exoplanets, and, just as importantly, which ones might be candidates for life. Technical details. Now let's get into the fascinating tech that makes Pandora such a powerful tool for space exploration. The heart of Pandora is its 45-centimeter Cassegrain telescope, a cutting-edge piece of technology that will enable it to study exoplanets with incredible precision. This telescope isn't just any ordinary instrument. It's designed to capture both visible light and near-infrared wavelengths. What does that mean? Essentially, Pandora will be able to see exoplanets in ways that other telescopes can't, allowing it to detect the faintest signals coming from the planet's atmospheres. But the telescope itself is just one piece of the puzzle. Pandora is also equipped with spectrometers, which will break down the light it collects into detailed spectra. This will allow scientists to analyze the specific chemical composition of an exoplanet's atmosphere. By studying these spectra, Pandora can identify gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor, each of which could be crucial in determining whether a planet is habitable. It's like having a cosmic detective examining the air of distant worlds. One of the key features that sets Pandora apart from previous missions is its dual-use capabilities. Not only can it take stunning images of exoplanets, but it can also perform spectroscopic observations at the same time. This means that Pandora won't just give us a pretty picture of these distant worlds, it will provide real, actionable data that can tell us what's going on in their atmospheres. With its ability to do both tasks simultaneously, Pandora is set to deliver a comprehensive understanding of exoplanets in a way we've never seen before. Mission operations. Now that we've discussed Pandora's incredible technology, let's take a closer look at how this mission will operate in space. You might be wondering, how does Pandora manage to capture such detailed data from the vastness of space? Well, the answer lies in its carefully planned orbit and advanced spacecraft systems. Pandora will be placed in a sun-synchronous low-Earth orbit, a strategic position that allows it to have consistent and predictable observation conditions. What makes this so important? In this orbit, Pandora will always be in the right position to observe exoplanets as they transit in front of their stars, ensuring that the data it collects is reliable and continuous. This consistency is key to understanding the dynamics of the planet's atmospheres over time. The data will be collected in a way that gives scientists a complete and accurate picture of these distant worlds. Managing the spacecraft's operations is the job of Pandora's highly sophisticated spacecraft bus. This bus is like the brain of the satellite, coordinating everything from navigation to data acquisition. The spacecraft's onboard systems are responsible for making sure Pandora stays on course, collects the necessary data, and communicates with Earth. It's designed to handle the complex tasks of space exploration while ensuring smooth, uninterrupted operations throughout the mission's duration. These systems also allow Pandora to autonomously adjust its position as needed, ensuring it never misses an opportunity to study a passing exoplanet. It's a perfect combination of cutting-edge technology and meticulous planning, all working together to deliver unparalleled insights into distant worlds. Future implications. So what comes next? After Pandora has completed its mission, the impact of its discoveries will extend far beyond just the scientific community. The data Pandora collects will lay the foundation for the future of space exploration, potentially influencing missions that aim to find Earth-like exoplanets capable of supporting life. But the implications don't stop there. Pandora will also enhance our understanding of what makes a planet habitable, which is essential for the long-term goal of interplanetary colonization. Pandora's success will directly contribute to the growing field of exoplanet research, expanding our knowledge of the universe and helping to answer the age-old question, are we alone? Its observations of alien atmospheres could reveal signs of life in places we never thought to look before. In fact, Pandora could provide the first hints of alien biosignatures, gases in a planet's atmosphere that could indicate the presence of life. This would be a groundbreaking achievement, opening the door for even more ambitious missions in the future. The Pandora mission also acts as a stepping stone for more advanced space telescopes and missions. By refining our techniques for observing and characterizing exoplanets, Pandora will make it possible for future missions to go even further in their exploration. These advancements might one day lead to the discovery of exoplanets that not only resemble Earth but also possess the conditions necessary for life to thrive. Pandora's contribution to space science will echo for years, shaping the way we approach the search for life beyond Earth and our understanding of the cosmos. And there you have it. NASA's Pandora mission is set to unlock the secrets of distant exoplanets, bringing us closer than ever to understanding the potential for life beyond Earth. What do you think? Could Pandora's discoveries change the way we look at the universe? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into space exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Space Facts for more mind-blowing content about the cosmos. Stay curious and keep exploring with us, because the universe is full of mysteries just waiting to be uncovered. Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered if the universe has a message for you? Well, next week the cosmos is doing just that. Imagine stepping outside to see a giant smile in the sky formed by planets and the moon perfectly aligned. It sounds unreal, right? But it's happening. Are you ready to witness this celestial smile? Do you know when and where to look? Let's dive into this rare cosmic event, and I'll tell you everything you need to know to make sure you don't miss this amazing sight. Smiley face phenomenon. Imagine stepping outside on the morning of April 25th, 2025, and witnessing a cosmic smile lighting up the sky. It may sound like something from a sci-fi movie, but it's going to happen in reality. Venus, Saturn, and a crescent moon will align in a rare triple conjunction, forming a smiley face in the heavens. But why is this such a big deal? Well, planetary alignments don't happen every day, and this one is a true spectacle, one that you won't want to miss. The planets and the moon will line up perfectly, creating an image that looks as if the sky is smiling at us. And who wouldn't want to see that? It's like the universe is offering us a moment of joy, a celestial wink from space. So, get ready to witness something extraordinary. This event isn't just about catching a glimpse of a rare alignment. It's a reminder that the cosmos is always in motion, constantly shifting and changing in ways we can only begin to understand. The universe has a way of showing us just how interconnected everything really is, and this rare moment is the perfect example. If you've ever marveled at the beauty of the stars, or wondered about the forces that drive our solar system, this is your chance to connect with the stars in a way that's absolutely magical. So set your alarms, mark your calendars, and get ready for a morning sky like you've never seen before. Understanding a triple conjunction. So, you might be wondering, what exactly is a triple conjunction and why does this one matter? A triple conjunction occurs when three celestial bodies, planets in this case, appear close together from our perspective here on Earth. It's not just about seeing the planets align, it's about watching them move in a dance that's both beautiful and rare. In this event, Venus, Saturn, and the crescent moon will form a perfect triangular alignment. Picture this: Venus as the right eye, Saturn as the left eye, and the crescent moon forming the smile. This alignment won't last long, so make sure you don't blink. Now, alignments like this aren't completely rare. You might see a planetary conjunction every once in a while, but what makes this event so special is the timing and the exact positioning. The planets and the moon will align in a way that looks like a smiling face. It's a cosmic coincidence that's rare enough to make you stop and stare. This isn't just any planetary alignment, it's the universe sending us a friendly reminder of how tiny, yet wonderfully connected, we are in this vast cosmic tapestry. For stargazers, this is an opportunity to witness something truly special, an alignment that brings a sense of awe and wonder, reminding us of the beauty of our place in the universe. Optimal viewing time and location. Alright, so when exactly can you catch this cosmic smile? The best time to witness this planetary wonder will be at the crack of dawn on April 25th, 2025. But here's the thing, it's not going to be visible all day, so you'll need to set your alarm and be prepared for an early start. To get the best view, you'll want to look towards the eastern horizon just before sunrise, around 5:30 a.m. local time. You may be wondering, why so early? Well, this alignment happens just before the sun rises, so the planets will be low on the horizon. You'll have a brief window of opportunity, only about an hour, before the sun gets too bright and makes it difficult to see anything. The planets will be low enough in the sky to be visible to the naked eye, but the window of time is tight. Make sure you've got an unobstructed view of the horizon, away from tall buildings or trees that might block your view of the sky. This is your moment to capture that smile in the heavens, so be sure to get everything ready the night before. Don't forget your camera if you want to snap a picture. And hey, don't worry if you've never really looked at the sky this early in the morning, it'll be worth every second. What you'll see in the sky. Now let's talk about exactly what you'll be seeing. When you gaze at the sky, you'll notice the planets Venus and Saturn positioned to form the eyes, and the crescent moon curving perfectly beneath them to create the smile. It's like the sky itself is giving you a cosmic wink. Imagine the cool glow of Venus, bright and bold, paired with the ringed beauty of Saturn, and then, just beneath them, the delicate crescent of the moon, almost like a smile that's been painted in the sky. The alignment is unique not just because it's a rare event, but because of the way these celestial bodies will interact in our field of view. You won't just see the planets in a line, they'll be placed in such a way that their positions come together to form a smiling face. It's a cosmic portrait, a symbol of harmony in the universe, showing us how even the farthest objects in space can come together for a brief moment of perfect alignment. Watching this will definitely make you feel like you're part of something much bigger than yourself. Whether you're an astronomy enthusiast or simply someone who loves a good celestial spectacle, this rare alignment will leave you in awe. And who knows, you might even feel a little more connected to the stars and the mysteries of the universe after witnessing this beautiful smile in the sky. Viewing tips and equipment. So, you're probably wondering, do you need special equipment to see this amazing alignment? Good news, you don't. This event is visible to the naked eye, which means you don't need any fancy telescopes or binoculars to witness the magic. Of course, if you do have binoculars or a small telescope lying around, you might want to use them for a more detailed view of Venus, Saturn, and the crescent moon. You'll get to see Saturn's iconic rings and Venus's bright glow in all their splendor. But even without the extra gear, you're still in for a fantastic show. The key here is location. As we mentioned, you'll want an unobstructed view of the eastern horizon. Avoid areas with heavy light pollution or anything that might block your line of sight. And if you have a camera, this is your chance to snap a photo. Just make sure you adjust your settings to account for the early morning light. This way, you'll capture the alignment in all its cosmic glory. Whether you're using a smartphone or a DSLR, make sure to share your photos with friends and family. This is a moment you'll want to remember, and what better way to keep the memory alive than by capturing it for posterity? Who knows, maybe this rare alignment will inspire you to explore more of the night sky in the future. Why this event matters. Now let's take a moment to talk about why this event really matters. You might be thinking, it's just a smile in the sky. Why should I care? Well, let me tell you, this isn't just about a cool visual. It's a reminder of the incredible beauty and mystery of the universe. Our solar system is always in motion, but we rarely get to witness moments where everything aligns so perfectly. It's like nature's way of saying, look, I'm here, and I'm stunning. Watching this event will leave you feeling connected to something bigger, something far beyond our everyday concerns. These celestial alignments spark wonder and curiosity, and that's exactly what we need more of in our lives. Think about it. Every time we look up at the stars, we're looking at something that's millions or even billions of years old. These planets and moons are part of a cosmic dance that's been going on for eons, and this brief moment of alignment is just one chapter in the grand story of the universe. It reminds us that, while we may seem small in the vastness of space, we're also part of something incredibly beautiful and intricate. So, don't miss it. Take this chance to pause, to marvel at the night sky, and to reflect on how much we still have to learn about the cosmos. And who knows? Maybe this celestial smile will ignite a new passion for astronomy or simply bring a little more wonder into your day. Thanks for tuning in, stargazers. Don't forget to mark your calendars for this rare celestial smile, and share your photos with us. What do you think? Does the universe have a sense of humor? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this cosmic journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more space wonders. Until next time, keep looking up and exploring the mysteries of the universe with us here at Space Facts. Hey, fellow stargazers, have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about those bright moving lights? What if one of them wasn't just any shooting star, but an actual celestial visitor making its return after decades? Imagine witnessing a cosmic event that only happens once in a lifetime. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, Halley's Comet is exactly that, a dazzling streak across the sky that's visible once every 76 years. So have you ever seen it? Or would you like to? Let's dive into the story of this incredible comet. Halley's Comet. Hey there, stargazers. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about those bright moving lights? Maybe you've caught a glimpse of one and thought, is that a shooting star? Well, what if I told you that what you saw could have been one of the most famous celestial objects, Halley's Comet? Halley's Comet isn't just your average comet, it's a celestial traveler that graces us with its presence only once every 76 years. Imagine that, it's like the ultimate cosmic guest that pops in for a visit, leaves an unforgettable impression, and then vanishes, only to return many decades later. If you're lucky, you'll catch a glimpse of it just once in your lifetime. I mean, how wild is that? But here's where it gets even more interesting. Unlike other comets that fly by Earth and fade into the void, Halley's Comet is different. It's the only comet that's visible to the naked eye from Earth without the need for a telescope or binoculars. That means everyone, no matter where you are, can witness this dazzling spectacle when it swings by. Sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie, right? Now, imagine what it would have been like hundreds of years ago, before we understood anything about space. A strange object flying across the sky, changing its shape and glowing with an eerie light. People back then might have thought it was a sign from the gods or a harbinger of doom. And yet, even today, we're still in awe of its magnificent return. So whether you're a seasoned skywatcher or someone who's just starting to look up, let's dive into the story of Halley's Comet. I promise you, this is one cosmic journey you won't want to miss. The man behind the name. Alright, here's a fun twist. Halley's Comet isn't actually named after the comet itself, but rather a guy who was absolutely obsessed with the stars. Let me introduce you to Edmund Halley, an English astronomer with a mind as sharp as a comet's tail. Back in the 17th century, Halley was already known for his work in science and astronomy. But it was in 1705 that he made a groundbreaking realization that would forever change our understanding of comets. He figured out that 3 comets that had been spotted over several decades, 1531, 1607, and 1682, were all the same comet making a return trip every 76 years. Imagine the sheer genius it took to connect those dots. This was a major aha moment in the world of astronomy. Now Halley didn't just stop there. He did what any true visionary would do. He predicted that the comet would return in 1758. And guess what? He was absolutely right. When the comet showed up exactly when he said it would, the entire scientific community went wild. This was a huge victory for Halley, and for the field of astronomy. But here's the kicker. Edmund Halley didn't live long enough to see his prediction come true. He passed away in 1742, 16 years before the comet's return. Yet his name lived on, forever tied to this spectacular celestial visitor. In honor of his brilliance, the comet was named after him, cementing his legacy as one of the great pioneers in our understanding of the universe. Can you imagine how thrilled he would have been to see his prediction validated? It's a testament to the power of curiosity and the drive to understand the cosmos. What's even more fascinating is how one person's insight can change the course of history. And today, we're still marveling at his discovery every time Halley's Comet returns to our skies. Orbit and composition. Alright, now let's get into the really fascinating part. Halley's Comet doesn't just casually wander around the solar system. It follows a highly elliptical orbit, taking it on an incredible, almost heart-pounding journey through space. And get this, its orbit is so wide and elongated that it swings from the very edge of the solar system, near Neptune, all the way into the inner reaches, past Mercury. That's a distance of billions of kilometers. Can you even begin to imagine the scale of that? The comet's journey is a wild ride, with it spending most of its time way out beyond the orbits of the planets, where the sun's light barely touches. But when Halley's Comet gets close to the sun, it starts to heat up. And that's when the real magic happens. Its icy nucleus begins to release gases and dust, forming a glowing coma and that spectacular tail we all know and love. This tail is one of the most iconic features of Halley's Comet. It can stretch for millions of kilometers, but here's the crazy part. That tail never points towards the sun. Instead, it always points away from it. It's as if the sun's solar winds push the dust and gas away, creating a shimmering, glowing trail that marks its passage across the heavens. What's even more mind-blowing is how long this comet takes to complete its full orbit. Halley's Comet takes about 76 years to make one complete lap around the sun. That means that the next time it returns, it will be like a whole new generation getting a chance to witness its magnificence for the first time. It's like the universe is giving us a rare gift, one we can't take for granted. And here's where it gets even more personal. Imagine being able to witness something that will only happen once in your lifetime. That's what makes Halley's Comet so special. It's not just a passing star in the sky, but a visitor that reminds us of the vastness of the universe and our tiny place within it. Can you imagine watching that glowing tail light up the sky in a way no other celestial body can? Historical significance and cultural impact. But wait, Halley's Comet is so much more than just a bright streak across the sky. It's been part of human history for thousands of years. People have been recording sightings of this cosmic visitor since ancient times, and it's been woven into the fabric of various cultures, sometimes seen as an omen, other times as a symbol of wonder. The earliest recorded sighting of Halley's Comet dates back to 240 BC in China. Back then, people didn't have telescopes, so they relied on their eyes to spot the comet as it streaked across the sky. And it wasn't just the Chinese who noticed. Ancient cultures across the world kept track of this celestial traveler. In 1066, the Bayeux Tapestry famously depicted Halley's Comet, linking it to the Norman conquest of England. How cool is that? A comet marking a significant historical event. For centuries, people saw Halley's Comet as a sign, something bigger than themselves, something connected to divine or cosmic forces. In the medieval era, its appearance was often seen as a warning of disaster, a harbinger of death, or an omen of change. Imagine the fear and awe it must have inspired back then. People didn't have the scientific knowledge we do today, so they would have viewed the comet with both wonder and fear. It was a reminder that the universe was vast, unpredictable, and sometimes even terrifying. But over time, as our understanding of the cosmos grew, Halley's Comet transformed from a mysterious omen to a fascinating object of study. Scientists like Edmund Halley, and countless others after him, turned it into a symbol of curiosity and scientific progress. It became proof that with careful observation and study, we could unlock the secrets of the universe. In a way, Halley's Comet has become a metaphor for human progress, something we can't control but can certainly understand. Even today, Halley's Comet holds a special place in our hearts and minds. Every time it reappears, it serves as a reminder of our shared history, our thirst for knowledge, and the magic that comes with looking up at the sky. Isn't it fascinating how one comet, one simple streak of light, can bring so many different meanings to so many different people across time and space? Space missions and scientific discoveries. Now, let's take things to the next level. Halley's Comet isn't just a distant object we admire from Earth. In fact, it's been the subject of intense scientific interest, and some truly remarkable space missions have been launched to get a closer look at this cosmic traveler. In 1986, Halley's Comet became the first comet to be visited by a spacecraft, and the story of that journey is nothing short of incredible. The European Space Agency sent the Giotto spacecraft to get a close-up of the comet's nucleus. Imagine this, a spacecraft, hurtling through space, aiming directly for the heart of a fast-moving comet. The mission was risky, and the chances of success were slim. But Giotto defied the odds and made history by flying within 600 kilometers of Halley's Comet. The images and data Giotto sent back were groundbreaking. For the first time, scientists saw Halley's nucleus up close, a dirty snowball-like object made of ice and dust. The data revealed that the nucleus was about 15 kilometers across and covered in craters. Scientists also found that the comet's surface was covered in a dark material, possibly organic compounds. These findings were a huge step forward in understanding comets and, by extension, the building blocks of our solar system. The Giotto mission wasn't the only one. Other spacecraft, like NASA's Deep Space One and Japan's Suisei, also had their eyes on Halley's Comet, contributing to a wealth of knowledge about its composition and behavior. Each of these missions helped scientists piece together the history of comets as remnants of the early solar system, objects that have been around for billions of years, holding secrets to the origins of our planet. What's even more exciting is that Halley's Comet continues to spark new questions and discoveries. With every new mission and observation, we learn a little more about these ancient travelers, and who knows? The next time Halley's Comet returns, we might be able to send even more advanced technology to get an even clearer view of this cosmic marvel. When will it return? So, now you're probably wondering, when can we expect this cosmic visitor to return? Well, Halley's Comet has a regular schedule of sorts. Its orbit is like clockwork, predictable yet staggeringly long. The next time it will grace our skies is in 2061. That's right, if we're lucky, we'll all get another chance to witness this awe-inspiring spectacle. I know, 2061 feels like forever away, but think about this for a second. Halley's Comet only comes around once every 76 years. That means if you've seen it once, you've had an experience that most people will never get in their lifetimes. It's a cosmic gift that feels almost like a once-in-a-lifetime chance to witness something truly spectacular. Now you might be wondering, what will it look like when it returns? Well, experts say that Halley's Comet will likely appear brighter and more vivid than ever before. It'll be visible to the naked eye, just like it has been during past returns. But the most exciting part? The comet will pass much closer to Earth than it has in previous visits. In 1986, it was about 87 million kilometers away. In 2061, it will pass by at only about 60 million kilometers. That's a pretty big difference, and it means that Halley's Comet will be one of the brightest objects in our night sky. But here's the kicker. This might be the only time in many of our lifetimes that we get to see it at such a close distance. For those of us who don't catch it in 2061, we won't be around to see its next return in 2013-4. So mark your calendars, folks. Because Halley's Comet isn't just any celestial body, it's an event that will make history once again. Will you be part of it? Just imagine the thrill of standing under the night sky, watching Halley's Comet streaking across the heavens. It'll be a moment of connection, not just with the cosmos, but with generations of skywatchers who've witnessed the same incredible sight. That's what makes Halley's Comet more than just a comet. It's a timeless reminder that the universe is vast, and we're lucky enough to be a part of it. So there you have it, Halley's Comet, a cosmic traveler that continues to amaze us with every return. Who knows what discoveries await as it journeys through the vast expanse of space? Are you ready for its next visit? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love discovering the secrets of the universe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more adventures here at Space Facts. Every atom in your body was once part of a star that lived and died long ago. That's not poetry, it's science. The stars above aren't just beautiful, they're the reason we exist. We are literally made of star stuff. Ancient civilizations worshipped them. Today, we know stars are born, they burn, and they die in explosions so powerful they reshape galaxies. So when you look up tonight, ask yourself, what are you really seeing? A light show, or the history of everything? Let's uncover the life and death of the stars and why their story is also ours. The birth of a star. Stars are born in the cold, dark expanses of space within massive clouds of gas and dust known as nebulae. Imagine these nebulae as vast cosmic nurseries where the ingredients for new stars are scattered across the universe. These clouds contain the raw materials, hydrogen, helium, and dust particles, that, when compressed under the immense force of gravity, can give birth to something incredible. Gravity is the star's first catalyst. It slowly pulls the gas and dust together, causing the particles to collide and condense, making the cloud denser and hotter. This process takes thousands to millions of years, depending on the size of the nebula. As the gas and dust compress, a new hot and dense core forms at the center called a protostar, but it's not quite a star yet. The protostar is still in the process of gathering mass and energy. The temperature and pressure inside this core continue to rise, and once they hit around 15 million degrees Celsius, something incredible happens. Nuclear fusion ignites. This is the moment when a star is truly born. Hydrogen atoms in the protostar's core start to fuse into helium, releasing vast amounts of energy. This fusion creates light and heat, causing the star to shine brightly. And just like that, a new star is lighting up the cosmos. The process continues, and as the star stabilizes, it enters the main sequence phase, which can last for billions of years. Stars may begin from the most ordinary of elements, but through the forces of gravity, pressure, and time, they evolve into shining beacons in the night sky, marking the birth of something far greater than just light. It's the beginning of a stellar life cycle that will span millions, sometimes billions of years. Main sequence. After a star is born and nuclear fusion takes hold, it enters what we call the main sequence phase. This is the star's stable period, where it spends the majority of its life. Think of it as the star's middle-aged phase, where everything is calm, stable, and most importantly, shining. The star is constantly fusing hydrogen atoms into helium in its core, a process that releases an incredible amount of energy. This energy is what powers the star and gives it its brilliant light. For a star like our Sun, the main sequence lasts for about 10 billion years. That's right, a star is in this phase for a very long time. During this phase, the star has reached a perfect balance. On one side, the energy produced by nuclear fusion creates outward pressure, which tries to expand the star. On the other hand, gravity pulls inward, trying to collapse the star. These two forces, gravity and fusion, counterbalance each other perfectly, keeping the star stable and glowing. For most stars, this is the longest period of their lives. They shine steadily, providing light and heat to their surrounding planets, and if they're lucky enough, they might even give rise to planets with life, like Earth. The main sequence is an incredibly important phase in the life of a star. It's during this time that stars reach their full luminosity, and for us on Earth, it's what allows the stars in the night sky to shine brightly. But just like every good thing, the main sequence phase must eventually end. But before we dive into what happens when the star runs out of fuel, let's just take a moment to appreciate this balance that makes stars like our Sun such essential players in the cosmic drama. This phase represents the peak of a star's vitality, and without it, the rest of the stellar journey wouldn't even be possible. Red giant phase. As a star like our Sun enters the later stages of its life, its hydrogen fuel in the core begins to run low. But don't think that means the end is near. This is just the beginning of one of the most dramatic changes a star will undergo. When the hydrogen runs out, the core starts to contract under gravity's pressure, and in response, the outer layers of the star begin to expand, cool, and take on a reddish hue. Welcome to the red giant phase, where the star grows into a colossal, glowing sphere. At this point, the star's core is much hotter than before, which allows the fusion of heavier elements like helium. As helium atoms fuse together, they form carbon and oxygen, and the fusion process generates even more energy. This energy causes the outer layers of the star to expand massively. In fact, a red giant can grow to be hundreds of times the size it was during its main sequence phase. If our Sun were to go through this stage, it would expand so much that it could engulf Mercury, Venus, and even Earth. Imagine our planet, once teeming with life, now being swallowed by a massive red-hot ball of gas. But even as the star swells in size, things are beginning to change beneath the surface. The increased temperature causes the outer layers to become unstable, leading to massive stellar winds that blow away the star's outer material. In some cases, these winds can carry away up to a third of the star's mass. As the star grows, it starts to shed its outer envelope, leaving behind a dense core. This core will eventually become what's known as a white dwarf, the next phase in the star's journey. While this red giant phase might seem chaotic, it's actually one of the most fascinating stages in a star's life. The transformation from a stable, burning furnace into a massive, unstable behemoth is an awe-inspiring sight, and it's during this time that some stars make their most significant contributions to the universe, creating the heavier elements needed for future star systems and planets. Supernova explosion. For stars that are much more massive than our Sun, the red giant phase is just the beginning of a fiery and explosive end. These stars, once they have exhausted their core hydrogen, undergo a more dramatic and intense series of events that lead to the birth of one of the most magnificent phenomena in the universe, the supernova. But how does this happen? It all starts when the core of a massive star starts fusing heavier elements like carbon, neon, and oxygen into even heavier elements like iron. However, when the core finally forms iron, something changes. Unlike lighter elements, iron cannot undergo fusion to release energy. This creates a major problem for the star. Without the energy from fusion to counteract gravity, the core begins to collapse. The pressure from this collapse causes the outer layers of the star to implode inward at incredible speeds. As the outer layers crash into the dense core, they are thrown outward in a cataclysmic explosion. This is a supernova, a violent, explosive event that releases more energy in a single burst than our Sun will release throughout its entire lifetime. The explosion is so powerful that it can briefly outshine an entire galaxy. During this brief period, the supernova becomes the brightest object in the sky, visible across vast distances. These explosions scatter the star's outer layers into space, enriching the interstellar medium with heavy elements like gold, uranium, and iron. Elements that are crucial for the formation of planets, life, and everything we see around us. Supernovae are essentially the universe's recycling process, creating new building blocks for future stars and planetary systems. But not every star dies the same way. While smaller stars will collapse into white dwarfs, the most massive ones undergo an even more fascinating fate: a neutron star, or, if the mass is great enough, a black hole. But before we delve into these stellar remnants, let's pause and appreciate the sheer cosmic power of a supernova. It's a spectacular end to a star's life and a beautiful beginning for the next generation of stars and galaxies. Stellar remnants. When a massive star explodes in a supernova, it doesn't just disappear into nothingness. What's left behind is a dense, compact remnant that is often more fascinating than the explosion itself. The fate of this remnant depends entirely on the mass of the star's core. There are two possible outcomes for the surviving core: a neutron star, or, if the core is heavy enough, a black hole. Neutron star. For stars with a core mass between roughly 1.4 and 3 times that of the Sun, the core doesn't collapse into a black hole. Instead, it becomes a neutron star, a celestial body so dense that its atoms essentially collapse into neutrons. A neutron star is incredibly small, with a radius of only about 10 kilometers, yet it packs more mass than our Sun. This density means that the star's gravitational field is extreme, and neutron stars are known to emit intense magnetic fields and fast-spinning beams of radiation, which we detect as pulsars. These pulsars can spin up to several hundred times per second, creating a cosmic lighthouse effect. Imagine the power of a star compressed into such a tiny, dense object. For stars with a core mass greater than about 3 solar masses, no amount of pressure can prevent the collapse. The core continues to shrink, becoming so compact that it forms a singularity, an infinitely small point with immense density. This process creates a black hole, a region of space where gravity is so strong that not even light can escape. A black hole doesn't suck everything around it like in the movies, but its gravitational pull is so strong that anything that ventures too close gets pulled in, never to escape. Black holes are mysterious and elusive, but they play a crucial role in shaping galaxies, as most large galaxies have a supermassive black hole at their center. These objects are both fascinating and terrifying, and we can only begin to imagine the mysteries they hold in the depths of their gravity wells. White dwarfs. While the fate of massive stars is marked by dramatic explosions and mysterious remnants, the path of smaller stars, those with less than 8 times the mass of our Sun, is equally fascinating but less violent. Instead of blowing up in a supernova, these stars end their lives as white dwarfs. For stars like our Sun, the transformation into a white dwarf is a quieter, more gradual process, but no less important in the cosmic cycle. When a star like our Sun runs out of hydrogen fuel in its core, it begins to shed its outer layers, releasing a glowing shell of gas and dust known as a planetary nebula. What's left behind is the core of the star, which becomes the white dwarf. A white dwarf is a small, dense object about the size of Earth, but with a mass comparable to that of the Sun. This incredibly dense remnant is made primarily of carbon and oxygen, supported against further collapse by electron degeneracy pressure, a quantum mechanical force that arises from the Pauli exclusion principle. In simple terms, this pressure prevents the electrons in the white dwarf from being squished together. Over time, white dwarfs slowly cool and fade, becoming dimmer and dimmer over billions of years. Eventually, they will no longer emit any light or heat, leaving behind a cold, dark relic of the once glowing star. These white dwarfs are not completely lifeless, though. In fact, the elements they contain are some of the building blocks for new stars, planets, and even life. The cosmic recycling process continues as the white dwarf's remnants, its carbon and oxygen, might eventually become part of a future generation of stars or planets. Even in death, the star has a profound impact on the universe, passing on the elements needed for new life to take shape. Stars with lower mass end their lives not with a bang, but with a whisper, a slow, silent fade into the cosmic background. But even in their quieter demise, they play a vital role in the ongoing creation of the universe. The cosmic recycling. The death of a star, whether through a supernova explosion, the slow fading of a white dwarf, or the quiet collapse of a neutron star, is not the end of the story. In fact, it's only the beginning of a new chapter in the universe's vast and ongoing cycle of creation and destruction. The elements that were once forged in the heart of a star, hydrogen, helium, carbon, oxygen, iron, and more, are scattered throughout space, enriching the interstellar medium and becoming the building blocks for the next generation of stars, planets, and even life. When a massive star dies in a supernova, the explosion blasts these elements into space at incredibly high speeds, often faster than the speed of light. This cosmic spray of material can travel across vast distances, carrying with it the very elements that are essential for the formation of new stars and planets. For example, our own solar system was likely formed from the remnants of earlier supernovae. The heavy elements that make up the Earth, including the iron in our cores and the oxygen in our atmosphere, were born from the death of ancient stars. Without these stellar deaths, life as we know it would not exist. But it's not just supernovae that contribute to this cosmic recycling process. White dwarfs, the remnants of medium-sized stars, also play a role in this cosmic game of life and death. Over time, as white dwarfs slowly cool and fade, they might still release their residual elements into the surrounding space. These elements could be incorporated into new star-forming nebulae, further fueling the creation of new stars and planets. Moreover, neutron stars and black holes, while seemingly the ultimate end for a star, are not entirely disconnected from the cycle of stellar creation. For example, neutron stars can emit strong bursts of radiation known as gamma-ray bursts, one of the most powerful phenomena in the universe. These bursts of energy can trigger the formation of new stars in distant regions, essentially reigniting parts of the galaxy into new life. Even black holes, with their immense gravitational pull, can influence the formation of new stars by pulling in nearby gas and dust, providing the necessary material for star formation in a process known as accretion. Thus, the death of a star is not a solitary event, it is an essential part of a greater cosmic cycle. Each time a star dies, it releases the ingredients for new beginnings, new stars, new planets, and potentially even new life. The universe, it seems, is forever recycling itself, and each stellar death is a crucial step in this ongoing process of creation. The birth and death of stars are, in a sense, two sides of the same coin, forever linked in the vast, ever-changing tapestry of the cosmos. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey through the life cycle of stars. From their dramatic births in swirling clouds of gas to their spectacular deaths that seed the universe with new elements, stars truly shape everything around us. The next time you look up at the night sky, you'll see more than just points of light. You'll see stories of creation, destruction, and cosmic rebirth. Stay curious, keep looking up, and keep wondering about the vast universe we call home. And if you love discovering the secret of the universe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more adventures.